I spent months doing this wrong. AI was saving me hours on research, synthesis, structure, all the thinking work done. Then I'd get the draft back and spend an hour rewriting it. Not because the content was wrong, because it didn't sound like me every single time. Minutes of AI research, an hour of me making it sound human. And I kept doing it, editing, tweaking, rereading, editing again. Then I realised I was fixing the output every time instead of fixing the input once. Here's the thing about AI generated writing, it's not bad. That's almost the problem. It's grammatically correct, well structured, covers the right points, but it's built from a statistical average of millions of documents. It reads like everyone's business writing, and therefore no one's. The telltale signs are everywhere once you know what to look for. Repetition. The same example used twice, 3 sections apart. AI doesn't track what it's already said. Symmetry. Every bullet point exactly the same length. Every section exactly 3 subpoints. Real thinking isn't that tidy. Hedging language. It may be considered that. No one who's been doing this for 20 years writes like that. Empty intensifiers. Robust, holistic, impactful, comprehensive. Words that mean nothing and are everywhere. No position. AI summarizes all sides equally. Senior leaders make a call. And underneath all of this, the voice problem. When your CEO or your board reads something with your name on it, they're not just reading for content, they're reading for your judgment, your credibility, the thing that makes your view worth having. That disappears the moment it sounds like everyone else wrote it. This isn't about hiding AI use. Everyone's using AI. That's the professional reality now. The risk is losing the value your voice carries. An AI-assisted document should be faster to produce. It should not be less worth reading.
This is a calibration problem, not a capability problem. A large language model has been trained on the internet, millions of business documents, strategy papers, leadership communications. When asked to write in a senior leader voice, it averages all of them. The result is technically appropriate, but distinctively nobody. There is a second layer. The personal AI lab and Copilot have each been exposed to a different version of the same person. The personal lab learns from Telegram conversations, direct, informal, thinking out loud. That is not how a transformation director writes a strategy document for the CEO. Copilot learns from months of emails and SharePoint documents, structured, measured, audience-aware, but it has no idea this person is a senior leader. It doesn't know their preferences, their seniority, how they like to frame arguments, what they care about. Without that context, it writes for a generic audience. Both systems have a partial picture. The personal lab has the context, but not the professional writing voice. Copilot has the writing voice, but not the context. The fix has to work in both directions.
Before I show you how I've solved this, if you haven't seen the previous video, it's worth watching. It covers how the personal lab generates Copilot prompts in the first place, which is actually part of the solution here. And the link is on screen now. And if this kind of practical AI content is useful, please like and subscribe. This series is building towards a complete picture of how personal and corporate AI work together properly. Right, the fix. Both directions. Direction 1. Copilot tells the personal lab how you write professionally. One prompt. Into Copilot. Against 90 days of your emails and documents. What comes back is a one-page document about how you actually communicate in a professional context, business vocabulary, document rhythm, audience calibration. No company data, just writing patterns, and that's portable and shareable. You take that style guide and give it to your personal lab. Now the lab writes documents the way you write documents, not the way you text. Direction 2. The personal lab tells Copilot who you are. This is the part that connects directly back to the last video. Copilot doesn't have a memory. It doesn't know you're a transformation director. It doesn't know your audience is a CEO who's read 100 strategy documents and can spot a generic one in 2 paragraphs. But the personal lab does know all of that. It's been learning your context, your preferences, your experience for months. And here's the elegant part. The personal lab can already generate your Copilot prompts. That's what last video was about. That prompt isn't just instructions for what to produce. It's also how the personal lab's knowledge of you flows into the Copilot session, the context header in the prompt, the seniority signal, the audience specification, the tone instruction. The prompt is the channel. So you don't need to teach Copilot who you are permanently. The personal lab does it every time automatically as part of generating the prompt.
Business transformation necessitates not only a comprehensive strategic realignment from leadership, but also unwavering commitment to cultural evolution across the enterprise. It is essential that leaders cultivate stakeholder alignment and adaptive governance structures to mitigate risk. Sustained success may be realized via holistic integration of digital imperatives with talent optimization, thereby positioning the organization for long-term competitive advantage.
Most transformation programs fail for the same reason. Not strategy, not budget. Leadership treats it as something that happens to the organization rather than something they are responsible for driving themselves. When it works, and it does work, it is because someone senior made it their problem. Every week, for years.
Same AI tool, same task, 2 completely different results. One sounds like a strategy deck from a consultancy you've never met. One sounds like someone who's actually been in the room when transformation works and when it doesn't. That difference is your voice, the experience, the judgment, the credibility you've built over years. Don't lose it to AI. Now, I know many of you watching this won't have a personal AI lab set up yet. That's fine. Here's what you can do today without any of the infrastructure. Run the Copilot prompt. It's in the description. What comes back is your style guide, how you actually communicate, extracted from, say, the last 90 days of your own writing. Then, every time you ask Copilot to draft something, paste the relevant section of that style guide at the top of your prompt before your actual instruction. Something like, write in this style, and paste in your tone section. Now create a briefing document on, and so on. It's manual, it adds 30 seconds, but it works, and it's available to you right now, today, with no setup. The personal lab simply automates that step. Same logic, no manual effort, and it's consistent every time. This setup is a one-time investment. Extract the style guide from Copilot, feed it to the personal lab, update it once a year. From that point, every document starts in the right place, and the prompts your personal lab generates for Copilot already carry your context, your seniority, your audience. The documents are faster to produce, and they're worth more when they arrive. That's the actual value. The Copilot prompt I used to extract my style guide is in the description below. Copy it, run it against your 90 days, see what you get. What I'd suggest? Compare what Copilot says about your writing style against how your personal lab describes you. If they describe a different person, that's the gap, and now you know exactly how to close it in both directions. If you haven't seen the previous video, how the personal lab generates Copilot prompts in the first place, it's linked on screen now. That's where this whole system starts. In the next video, the full architecture, how the personal lab, Copilot and everything else fits together as a system rather than separate tools you remember to connect. Subscribe, see you there.